Alright, we are at long last headed to the second section of the game. As you're riding down the dusty desert trail, you catch the whiff of the unmistakable scent of snake oil. You follow your nose to the wreck of an old medicine show. We'll check it out now, sure. I might find a little pamphlet in here. Can I harvest this? No. What's up, Doc? There's another cemetery near here we ought to check out. A pretty big one, name of Reboot Hill. Okay, I'll add it to the itinerary. Doc-O-Matic's Milkshake Hour? No, it's Doc Galactic, I think, if it's the guy from KOL. Most of these books are fake, but there's one real one. Oils I Have Known. This is good, isn't it? Am I gonna like this? Wait, what is this? Oh, I forgot to read this. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Are you sure you want to read it? It's probably pretty dangerous? Let's read this first. This book was penned by Doc Galactic, one of the pioneers of the snake oiling trade. It's chock full of recipes for tinctures and balms and such. Potionology. Ironically, the oils from your fingers destroyed the fragile old book while you were reading it. Oh well. So what's that look like? Potionology. Right now I'm using strong medicine all the time. I like that buff, so I probably will do this. But I gotta remember to put some into one of these, probably. I don't know which one. You get the sense that this sofa was pretty nasty even before the wagon got destroyed. Ooh. Venom gland and a liver. Patent moisturizer. Moxie by 5 for the rest of the day. Oh. That'll do. Do I have a bunch of snake livers? No. Oops. Oh my gosh, I do now. Spleen and liver. Flammable bullet oil. You've extracted some extremely flammable oil from a snake and then isolated the parts of it that will fit into a gun. What if I go spleen and then venom? Venomous bullet oil. This refined snake is only administered to a gun. Okay. Max HP by 25. This tonic will darken and enlarge a liver that is deemed too small or too lily, in case you were lily-livered. Ah. What else do I want to make? Booze? Yeah, sure. Snake schnapps. Some people make this stuff out of fruit, but you always thought of those people as not adventurous enough. Okay, we're done here. Mouth beholder? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna read that book. Wherever it went. Grinning skull. Yes. What? It's your funeral? Whatever, Grandma. You cannot see the words on the pages, but you can nevertheless read them. Your mind becomes stained with grim secrets. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. Spooky. Skulls are scary and ghosts are scary, so you know it would be double scary? Yes, you do. But that doesn't seem like a terribly worthwhile skill, right? I mean, unless spooky damage is overpowered somehow. And 400 to upgrade? I don't know about this. Unless it doesn't take an action. Maybe that's the secret. Let's start by going to the railroad camp. Wow, geez, I hope you're a veterinarian because this python you've encountered is sick. Take to the gun show. So I have 5 action points, which is enough to do this. Followed by this. Nice. Wow! Maybe we have prematurely come to this place. Imagine if I hadn't gotten all of my awesome skills. You cured that sick python, in a way. Sick python skin. Add it to your hat to put on 30 max HP. 3 venom and 3 medicine. Good. So hold up a sec. Can I put this on my... I already have a different hat band on here. Your hat's already got a hat band on it. You don't want to be the person who shows up at the party wearing multiple hat bands, do you? Okay. So next time I find a hat that is just too... Oh, I'll be able to go back and silver plate it too. In Western West, snake oils you? The old screaming shark. Yep, the good old steaming Bill. He must have sleepwalked here. This guy stopped messing with his watch and started eating jelly beans? What you got there? Jelly beans? Yep. Can I have one? Nope. Please? No, get your own. Where'd you get them? A little ways south of here, from a fellow named Roy Bean. Roy Bean's House of Justice and Jelly Beans. Howdy, boss. Howdy, Smee. Stuck again? Yep, got ourselves one hell of a canyon to cross and no materials for bridge building. Any ideas? There's an old mine town up north called Breadwood. They opened a lumber camp after the mines dried up. If you can fix a deal with them for the lumber we need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Where is it? Of course, anything you can find to build a bridge out of is fine, but that seems like the simplest option. It's one of those pay telescopes for tourists. This one was designed by a promising young artist named Edvard Munch. You pay your meat and look through the telescope at the big canyon. It sure is big. It'll take quite a bridge to get across that thing, that's for sure. Oh, it's the big canyon instead of the Grand Canyon. Alright, so going to Breadwood is how we'll progress to the next area, which we will make a priority. But first, I do want to take care of any graveyards that we find. Suddenly, the entire graveyard's worth of bones clatters together into a giant antagonistic pillar of evil, one that can be sewed, right? She can saw it. And when she saws it, it will have been sewed. A Karen cow? Oh, never mind, I shot it. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, pillar of cow bones to pile of pulverized cow bones. Ungulith horn. Alright, you look around and see if there's any trace of that necromancer. I'll cover our backs. Oh, it was Boot Hill. Now it's Reboot Hill. Don't worry, it's just paint. That was a really long way to walk, only to find nothing. Strange, there's a keyhole in the trunk of this key. We didn't find nothing after all. Reboot Hill, farther in. You see the ghost of an elderly woman holding flowers. She seems lost and depressed, above and beyond what's expected for a ghost. Howdy, ma'am. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, it's so awful. I can't remember. I can't remember at all. Let's start at the beginning, okay? Well, you see, I had 4 daughters. They married 4 brothers, the Smith boys, and after that they each had 5 daughters of their own. Unfortunately, I outlived every one of the 24 of them. You know you're a ghost, right? Oh, yes. In fact, I died here in this graveyard where they're all buried. I came to visit them, and I suppose my poor old heart finally gave out. That's not the problem, though. 95 years is a pretty good run, after all. So what did you forget? I brought this bouquet of flowers to put on my favorite granddaughter's grave, but I can't remember which of them was my favorite. I'm so ashamed, and I can't bear to leave until I've remembered. I see. Well, maybe I can help you figure it out. Oh, thank you. I'd appreciate that ever so much. No problem, ma'am. Alright, I'll start writing it down. Quite certain. First name ended in a vowel. Anything else? I remember I was 40. I was 40 when she was born. Oh no, 37, or was it 32? It must have been somewhere in that range. Born 37 to 42. Anything else? First name longer than last. That seems like a weird thing to remember, but I do that all the time with names. Instead of remembering how, if I can't remember someone's name, I won't remember what letter it started with, I'll just remember how many letters were in it and where the vowels were. I remember she wasn't buried next to any of my daughters. Not. Anything else? She sniffled a little. She passed at the same age as poor Becky. Maybe she is Becky. Oh, her favorite hobby was knitting. She knit me a lovely sweater for Crimbo just the year before she died. And that's all I can remember, knitting. This is a lot of graves. Oh, you discover a coffin that was apparently delivered by mail because it still has the address printed on it. Either that or this was a joke about somebody going to Hellstrom Ranch after they die. First Becky Smith, penultimate Becky Smith. Mezzo Becky Smith? Wait, what do you mean they died the same age as Becky? There were 100 Beckys. This game. First name ends in a... What is her name? You. forgot to catch her name. Is she buried on the other side of this or something? Oh my gosh, there's even more over here. Oh no, this is her. She lived 95 years, so her name is Rebecca. She was born in 1800, so we're looking for someone who was born in 1837 to 1842. Billy Spider McKinley turned out to be way more than one. Wise old Jet Marmot. This time the bar ate him. Marmot skin cap. I like hats. What do you do, hat? Pistol. Ooh. That's pretty good, but I would have to... Any hat that I find, I've got to invest in it. Peggy Immortal. Kinda ironic. Wait, why is her name Smith? Hey, wait a minute, you're right. If she had daughters... Wait, did she say that all the daughters got married to the Smith brothers? I'm confused. Going to the big pie eating contest in the sky. I got a tripe pie. This is a pie crust filled with intestines. Just goes to show, one man's nightmare garbage is another man's dinner. Snidely Crandallsworth, 1800 to 1700. He was sort of like a Benjamin Button kind of thing. Biff Bunkerston. He was a real butt face. Clean Willie Hinks. Really is gonna hate this burial thing. Annette Santabaum. Tried to eat her way out of a bear. Buck Jeansley. Nobody ever saw a man die that way before. Let's not go over there just yet. Yeah, somehow her name is Smith, even though her daughters married the Smith boys. Could be more than one Smith family, obviously. Come on. Try to keep up. So, 1837 to 42. 37, 30... when she was born. And it's not her. Need a vowel. 37 to 42, 37 to 42. 42 could be Melissa. She's not buried next to one of the daughters. Ah. First name is longer than the last. Died the same age as Becky, so was there a Becky that died in 1880? There must have been a Becky who died in 1880. There's so many of them. Damn it, Magdalene also fits the bill, right? This is going to be so obnoxious. There's a Becky who died in 88. Unless there really is only the one Becky. Who knows? Margaret. Faye. Too short. 41, 45. 39. Fiona. Name's too short. 49, 45, 37, but we don't think it's a Becky, right? But that is a Becky who died in 75. Lenore. Oh, no. 37 to 42 are the birth dates. So this works. Patricia. Can't I just fight you, old lady? Come on. Wait a second, which ones are the daughters? Did she have her daughters when I don't know what age she had her daughters. There's Becky who died in 64. This is too complicated. I had heard talk of an actual genius around these, but it seems the rumors were just that. Alright, well, now we're first trying this no matter what. And easily, I might add. Faye, Fiona, Paul, wrong date. We don't think it's a Becky. Patricia, I already wrote down. Wrong date. 36. 40. That's another Becky who died in 64. I already got her. Leslie. (40 to 59), but she is buried next to one of the daughters for sure. Leslie is out. You're out. Pamela is also next to one of the daughters. Out. There's a Becky who died in 59. There's only 4 dead Beckys. Oh, it can't be Becky anyway because her name's too short. Her name is too short to die. Oh, I'm forgetting that. We've got... Did she say she died... Oh, the same... Oh, my God. Died at the same age as Becky, not the same year. Oh, let me go and find every Becky again. Becky's were 50. Becky. 38? Sorry, I keep hitting my mic stand with the pen. That might be coming through in an obnoxious way. And little Becky was 16. So these ones were... Patricia was 44. 30. 20? 24. 24 is a match. Melissa was 38. That's also a match. Magdalene was 23. And those are our only 3. Patricia... Okay, so it's either Patricia or Melissa. Look at them again. Here's Patricia. She's not buried next to anybody who invalidates her. Yeah. All right. That's the one who's 38. First, Becky Smith, 38. Let me review these clues again. Okay. Right, between... Right. Oh, just like her, because her name's actually Rebecca. Sure. She wasn't buried next to any of my daughters. Poor Becky, who is always in such ill health. Does that mean she died young? Is it the 24-year-old one? She knit me a lovely sweater for Crimbo just the year before she died. How is that one a hint? This game. Melissa seems to meet all the criteria, but so does Patricia. Maybe I get more than one try. I don't know. Patricia? No, 38. Or two. Wait. She died when she was... I'm not getting it wrong, right? 24? 24. Second guessing. Simple arithmetic. And 24 is how old one of the Beckys was when she died. This Becky was 24 when she died. Although... this Becky wasn't dead yet, right? She died in 62. This Becky died in 64. So that probably disqualifies her, right? She wouldn't have remembered that. It wouldn't have... She wouldn't have remembered that unless Becky was already dead. I guess. So we're going with Patricia then. Who is the same age... Wait, 38? She's 38, which is the same age as... Which Becky? This one, who died in 75 before she did. I'm going with Melissa. Melissa is the one you love. I hope. Meh. Oh. Really? Wait, did I just... So it wasn't Melissa. Maybe it really is Patricia then. Although I guess maybe she'll be over it by tomorrow. Darn. Alright, let's fight some Skentolans. Elaine Sweet. Oh, it's the Sweet family. And man, they have a lot of health. Should I not be here yet? Is that what they're trying to tell me? Or should I be, like, using these every single turn or something? That did not do much. That's unfortunate. I think I was counting on those shots to, like, not miss. This seems like a problem. Wow, and I do hardly any damage to them. Hopefully I finish him off. Yes. Are those guys just going to buff? Hopefully that means they don't ever actually do any damage to me. Wow, he's practically impenetrable now. I'm glad I have an instant kill. I'm probably gonna die. They're gonna fight me now, right? Right? No, they are not. Starting to have my doubts about whether I should actually be in this area yet or not. Maybe I need some much better equipment. 200 XP. Here lie the sweet gang. May they never wake up. You pluck the sword from the stone. Now you're royalty. Got an item. Sweet sword. And a lot of XP that maybe I shouldn't be wasting on silly little stuff like foraging, but I will. Anyway. Shooting Annie seems terrible. It was 5 shots and only 2 of them hit, it looked like. I'm wondering if maybe, like, maybe shooting Annie gets better. Hurry up and get that. Right. That's for speed, that's for discounts. Oh, this is probably the problem. I need to put more points in here? No, that's not really the problem. I'll bump it up anyway. Alright. Reboot Hill, even further in. Shank Weems, we're reasonably sure he's dead. Adam L. Olmada, they got him coming and going. That's a palindrome. Dink Scotch Turkinson, drowned in a whiskey barrel. It's what he would have wanted. Decent whiskey. Old Dead Tom. Took us kind of a long time to get around to this. Oh, wow. 1619 to 1833. What does my new sword do? Plus 6 mox. Oh, that's quite good. Oh, The 10 HP is pretty nice, but I would rather have even more moxie, I think. Fred Deeks couldn't remember the rhyme about which snakes are poisonous. Green and yellow, kill a fellow, something like that. Narrowed Flens died as he lived, screaming. Annette Jangle, first lady bicyclist to fall off a cliff. Riding boots? Boots are made for riding, but not the kind of riding you're probably thinking of. These are equally... Oh no, this is speed instead of moxie. I'd rather have the moxie. Sure, whatever. Lavender Crinks, inventor of the external combustion engine. It's the remains of a picnic. Plum pudding, sausages, and gothic cameo, which gives spooky resistance. This is giving me plus that to a bunch of stats. Put that on instead. And then I'll maybe even go back to that place and see if being spooky resistant will allow me to dicker around in the thing that I should not have been touching. Paulette Tootsberry died of a disease we don't have a name for yet. Based on the contents of the coffin, you'd have called it exploding skull syndrome. Perletta Fink, Territorial Scoffing Champion. Let's explore first. Xavier J. Hornhog ran for mayor, right off a cliff. Lucky Vinnie Pike. It's bound to run out sooner or later. Gina Slapbradish ate too many wasps. Hazel Batchley embroidered herself to death. Knitting? No, never mind. That one guy, you know the one, yeah, him. Brad Haggins, the most strikingly rat-faced man any of us had ever seen. Stanrietta Minkelson tried to eat a live eagle on a dare. Looks like the eagle knocked out all of her teeth on its way down. This skeleton doesn't seem particularly threatening, apart from being a general reminder of your own mortality. Hello? Who are you? My name's Bernard, but shh, lower your voice, they'll hear us. Who, the cultists? Shh, yes. Not a fan? They're reanimating dead people's skeletons. I don't want to be reanimated, it sounds horrible. Can you imagine having to walk around without your skin on? How embarrassing, not to mention cold. Sure, well... Alright, have a good night, Serpent. It's good to see you. And yeah, this is a stick figure RPG that is that's based on a game that is almost as old as you are. It's and is still running, an online game that you can play even now, 14 years after it was created. Plus, I mean, dying's hard enough. Who wants to come back to life just when you got used to being dead, right? I can see that. Please, can you do something? I don't want them to find me. Okay, I'll let you know when it's safe. Great, thanks. I'll just hang back here until the coast is clear. Alright, so let's do this. If I'm afraid that these are difficult fights and that I might die, let's actually have one more food thing. Not that. Potted meat we'll save for the next day, because that's really good. Muscle or ghost pickle? Muscle? Armor? The Moxie seems good. Now we'll eat the tripe. You eat the tripe pie and feel your guts, and feel the pie's guts augment your own guts. You've eaten a guts pie, and your guts are all full of extra guts now. Ew. What do we want? More muscle? Moxie? Drink a cactus beer. +5 to all. HP, Moxie. Oh, I forgot that I had this. Spooky resistance. We might be getting in a spooky fight. No, let's use this. Smooth. Alright, boss fight and first death. Here we come. You're not going to make it past this barrier of whirling bones without, well, making it so there's no barrier of whirling bones here anymore. You draw your pistol and deftly shoot the floating bones into bits that are too small to float. Nothing to it. Susan Boingstrom, buried with a collection of dog ears. These cultists look like they're barely maintaining control over that skeleton. Let's wait a while so that we can fight the skeleton instead of them. You hide behind a tombstone and wait. After a few moments, the skeleton wrests itself from the cultist control and goes on a rampage. Bones and teeth fly everywhere, and none of them belong to the skeleton, if that gives you any indication of how the fight turned out. Seemingly satisfied with the carnage it has caused, the skeleton scratches something into the ground and then shuffles off to the south. Yikes, I thought I would get to fight it. Black book on a pedestal. Fundamentals of Nex Mex. Isn't that Raises the skeletal buddy skill. Oh, they're warning us again. Let's leave it alone. I didn't actually get anything good from the last one. This is what the skeleton wrote. Must be its name. Grutch. Thedvroom. Nothing left but boots and teeth. Nothing in here but 3 bedrolls and a single stale smell. Peninsula Wackersley. Nice lady, but a really unfortunate name. This is a hastily constructed, very shallow privy. I need stench resistance to check it out. Open the door and dig around in the detritus. You find a burned skull. This burned skull has mostly been burned beyond legibility, but you can just barely make out something about hell cow energy in between the scorch marks. Is this usable? It's time you started gathering clues about the whole perambulating dead situation that's going around these parts. Grab a notebook and paperclip the scroll to the first page. You got the item Necromancer Journal. This is a collection of the clues you've acquired in your search for the Necromancer's home base. This is the first one that I've found, though. Was I supposed to be finding these all along? Well, not a franchise, but a single game. A single browser-based MMO, kind of? Great. Phew, that's a load off my mind, let me tell you. Here, you can have this worry stone. I don't need it now. This rock has had a hole rubbed in it by incessant worrying. Fidgeting with it will stop you looking so anxious all the time. Cool, thanks. So I was going for spooky resistance, but... Oh, no, wait. Offhand item? Like this. 3 Moxie or 6 Moxie? That's an easy choice. Still didn't manage to find a key to use in the tree with a keyhole over there. Okay. What do you say we go to Hellstrom Ranch? Encounter along the way. Loco weed, I can't quite forage yet. It's a pile of weird rocks. Mess with them. These rocks are strange. They don't seem to weigh as much as they should, and they're sort of drawn to each other. You could probably make an interesting cairn out of them. Oh, I bet I'm gonna gain stats for doing this, right? Something suave. Oh, it's testing my Moxie. Okay. You step back and admire your handiwork. Handiwork. You got a perk. I got a perk just for doing that. Heavy trigger finger. Your trigger finger isn't heavy, or isn't fast or itchy, but it is very dense. Pistol attack damage. Nice. Oh, and maybe I can knock it. Like, I'll lose experience, right? I'm guessing they let you rebuild it as something else, right? Do I have to do one of each, I guess? Yeah. That's weird. I don't get... Maybe I only get it for the very first one, and this is just a place to have a bunch of funny stuff. Yep, whatever. On to Hellstrom. we'll get into another random encounter along the way, of course. Oh, whoa, what's this? Artillery saber that increases my pistol attack damage. This is probably better than... Or is that the same as the sword? No, the sword is Moxie plus 6, right? Sweet sword, Moxie plus 6, or pistol attack plus 6. I think the Moxie is maybe better, I think. Mod territory with Skyrim. A Titus armor, and a mod that plays Guile's theme when you fight dragons. Guile's theme does go with everything. So I forget, does this tell me... It affects how much damage you do when you're but there are things that test Moxie, and that's more important. Yeah. And I think right now I'm saving up for better foraging, maybe? They must have had a real barn burner of a party here. Haha. Found a needle. That's not supposed to happen. Ringing this will attract the attention of at least one infernal cow. It's a portal to hell. You hear ominous mooing. This sure seems like a powerful source of hell cow energy. Hagar's Agave? Moxie by 7. The only part of the shed that didn't burn was the part this horseshoe was attached to. Guess it really is good luck. You got a lucky horseshoe. More pistol attack damage. Wow. Is this the secret to happiness? Oh, but it's the same... It's the same thing. Would I rather have 6 points of Moxie or 6 points of the thing that Moxie is giving me? I don't know what you get for each point of Moxie. Maybe this really is better. Maybe it's better for both. I'm gonna do that. Can't stop me. Fighting the hell cow. I'm doing it. Duke, Duke, Duke. Easy. You pulled some cows from their home dimension and mercilessly slaughtered them, you monster. Just kidding, they're super evil. This milk moves of its own accord, perpetually solidifying and reliquefying itself according to its own curdled desires. This is going to be another thing that I'm not allowed to use because it's tainted. Let's fight another one though. I mean, any single target should be pretty easy. Yeah, Cow Bile is the other one that was really good, but I guess I need to find some way of purifying it. Or a way of becoming corrupt myself. Oh, it's Wandering Sally. Howdy, Doc. Alice is frowning at her research notes. Uh-oh. What's up? Is there another cemetery in the area we need to check out? Yeah. Yeah, you might say that. Definitely there's a cemetery-ish thing, and definitely we need to check it out. Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. New map location, Buffalo Pile. Things that I would like. Do I have dynamite already? I have 3 dynamites. I'll take another. I have a pickaxe, right? I must. I do. Toasty. You see what you take to be an oasis in the boiling heat of this region and spur Coco towards it. As you near it, you discover that you've been fooled. It wasn't an oasis at all, but an evil, towering black stone cow monolith. Anybody could make that mistake, really. Try to bathe it in any way. No, we'll be fighting. We got the jump on him. You know what that means. It means he's about to get a little of this. Woo! Jeez. What the holy crap is this? It was more like a faded oasis, wasn't it? You've never heard of the Buffalo Pile? It's a huge burial mound where early settlers put their dead, and since they had a ton of buffalo bones left over from killing and eating them all, that's what they buried them in. What? Well, I was just thinking I wouldn't have expected there to be a big hole in the side of it like that. Oh, Buffalo? Buffalo. Buffalo. Oh, it's covered in a bunch of ripped up cards. Grutch is gouged into the table. It's covered in big beakers. It's mine now. This is a gallon-sized chemical beaker. The lines on the side prove that it went to college. I got that joke. Blood milk ichor lemonade. It's a giant vat of blood. Great. It's a vat of milk. That's less threatening than the blood. It's a giant vat labeled ichor. Nasty. It's a giant vat filled with lemonade. You have no idea what you're trying to make here. You sure you want to mess with this stuff? No. Buffalo Pile storage and assembly. Atop the slab, there's a skeleton-shaped indentation with a buffalo skull-shaped indentation where the normal human skull-shaped indentation should be. It's a good thing to keep in mind if you end up in the possession of bones necessary to fill the indentation. Jeez, why can't I read anything? Buffalo Pile locker key. Good. These shelves are filled with hundreds of crates, each full of buffalo and human bones carefully sorted. You don't really have anything specific you want to do with human or buffalo bones right now, though. So, while you appreciate how organized these guys are, there's really not anything here for you. You look through the bars and see hundreds of buffalo human skeleton hybrids in there, 3 to a cell. The keys are right next to the door. You could let out some if you want, but they all look pretty angry. We'll do it. We got the jump on them this time. Oh, and they're all behind piles of bones. That's a buffalo soldier. Buffalo rifleman. Let's see if we can take out... Well, she can take him out. Meanwhile, I will, do this. This is all her. This is all the dock show. It's so good that it bypasses... No, I wonder, if I were using melee attacks, do melee attacks go right through the barrier? Can I just do this? I can! I wish I had realized that. Oh well. You put those buffalo soldiers out of their misery. Look, some of them hadn't really finished decomposing, which is good because it means we get more meat. More meat. Buffalo soldier. Buffalo pile bathroom. This is clearly the good toilet. This is clearly the bad toilet. There's a pile of trash next to the bad toilet. Slip of pink paper. Looks like one of the necromancer's cultists got written up. 2 more of these and he'll be ritually eviscerated. Nothing personal, it's just corporate policy. Yay! Huzzah! You get experience for flushing toilets, just because. Sleeping quarters. Bones rule. It's locked. A sparking cot. An austere cot. Skull. Yeah. Decent sized wardrobe. Hide in it? Not right now. Tome. Intermediate Nex-Mex. Teaches you how to replenish your blood supply by stealing blood from the living. Keeping enough blood inside you is important to necromancers and civilians alike. Well, this has one serious padlock on it. Buffalo soldier diagram. This is a detailed diagram of one of those buffalo skeleton human skeleton hybrids they're making at Buffalo Pile. Burial whiskey is pretty good. In the West, it's important to stay drunk all the time, even if you're dead. That can be made into silver bullets. You wait and finally hear some noises outside as a couple of cultists pass on the way from somewhere to somewhere else. You don't catch much of what they say. What you do hear is, remember what the good guy said, blood before Ichor, start that soldier's ticker. That's exactly with the same thing. That's not something different. Get it straight, Doug. Milk before Ichor, soldier wakes up quicker. Is it really Ichor? I've been saying Ichor. I thought it was pronounced Ichor. Remember, blood before milk is obsolete as the word thilk. Ichor after blood, way to go stud. But we already knew that, right? Blood before Ichor? Oh, milk after blood, ritual's a dud. Alright. Alright, I'm leaving. Entryway. Oh, we went all the way around. Okay, it's 3 things. Okay, I get it. I get it. So blood, then milk, then Ichor. Steam rises from the beaker as the reaction intensifies. The intense heat of the reaction fuses the ichor spigot into a useless mass of metal. The boiling subsides, and what's left in the beaker is... Yes? Tell me? When the reaction erupts a beaker of revolting black fluid, worth... Wait, why? Oh, I wasn't supposed to do blood before milk. Ugh. After I had already oh well. I don't get another chance, do I? I do get another chance. Okay, so it's milk first. Then blood. Oh, but it's fused shut now. Well, lemonade instead. When the reaction subsides, you're left with some disgusting, ruined lemonade. Don't quit your day job unless your day job is running a lemonade stand, in which case quit it immediately. Alright, so I have ruined this. I don't know if that means it's impossible for us to do anything in here now. Oh, right, because I have the diagram. Yeah, reanimation fluid, nothing doing. I don't have any of that. I almost missed this. There may be some puzzles that just aren't, like, you can just fail them because it's not necessary. I don't do a whole lot of poisoning, so let's... Big Spleen is a passive perk, which seems alright. Yeah, Big Spleen. Oh my gosh, that's more than I thought I was going to get. Comically oversized spleen. Trust me, if you could see it, you'd laugh. Then you sneeze so hard that the magazine is completely blown to bits. Gesundheit.